Nancy Pelosi has a new nickname for Donald Trump. This went viral on Twitter. Take a look.
Get to the heart of it. At the point of all of this is this president, I have a new name for him, Mr. Make Matters Worse. He has made matters worse from the start. Delay, denial, it's a hoax, it'll go away magically, it's a miracle, and all the rest.
Mr. Make Matters Worse. So lame. They're so lame. So here's the thing, man. Democrats really offer nothing but token symbolic resistance to Trump because Nancy Pelosi helped expand Trump's spying powers. Gave him more NSA spying capabilities. She gave him more money in his military budget than he was even asking for. In substantive ways, she's right there with him. I mean, when you look at the terms of the CARES Act, it was a giant giveaway to corporate America. And they used COVID-19 to justify doing total corporate socialism, letting corporations loot the treasury. So you name the issue, and I could give you a variety of ways in which Nancy Pelosi is an enabler of Donald Trump and an enabler of a right-wing agenda. So all they have left are token symbolic gestures of resistance, like when she ripped up the speech, for example, like when she gave the condescending clap for the State of the Union address. So that's all they got. But I think the thing that drives me the most crazy is that they even suck at the token symbolic resistance. It's one thing to substantively enable Trump, but at least put on a good show of symbolic resistance. They're not even putting on a good show of symbolic resistance. Mr. Make Matters Worse? That's what you're going with? Mr. Make Matters Worse. They're so lame. Oh my God, they're so lame. Guys, this is what neoliberal corporatists, this is what they do. This is what they do. They protect the status quo. They protect business as usual. They enable Republican presidents. They embolden Republican presidents. They, further deregulate corporations and bail them out and let them loot the treasury. They continue the military-industrial complex and the giant military budgets and the NSA spying and all this stuff. And then they turn around and give you the lamest of lame symbolic gestures of faux resistance. And the craziest thing is, people don't connect the dots. And there really is a healthy contingent of, slay Queen Pelosi on Twitter. Like, that's a thing. It's a thing that you have. And the funniest part to me is when you see like this intersection of people who are out in the streets, Black Lives Matter protesters, they're posturing like they're leftists who want to tear down the system, and then they're like massively pro-Pelosi. And it's like, oh, so you just don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You just don't know what you're doing. You don't know what she stands for. You're just ignorant about all this stuff, and you're just posturing. It's like empty virtue signaling. I'm on the right side of history, so I guess like BLM and I'm a leftist, but yay, slay Pelosi, yay! It's like, oh, you're just really confused. You're uneducated on this stuff. That has to be the case. Like, the new thing is now there's this giant fight going on in left-wing circles because there were some accusations against Shahid Buttar of him, being a bad boss on the one hand, but then there were also allegations of sexual harassment, but then come to find out that the person who did the allegations of sexual harassment, they had done false allegations previously. So you look at this mess, and what I have to say to you guys is, it is embarrassing how easy it is to undermine the left. It is so easy for corporate Democrats or Republicans to weaponize your ideology against you. If your ideology is, yeah, I take no nonsense, I'm principled on all this stuff, and then all it takes is one BS accusation of sexual harassment, BS accusation of being a rude or mean boss, and then it's like, all right, we're done. Never Shahid Buttar. Well, congratulations on never, ever, 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 ever being able to win power and get your policy goals implemented because you get played for a sucker really easily. They play you like a fiddle. It's the easiest thing in the world for Republicans or corporate Democrats to undermine the left. DSA immediately release a statement throwing Shahid under the bus. Because they think that politics is just an expression of, personal virtue. Like, that's the point of politics. I'm against bad things like sexual harassment. Oh, congratulations, bro. Congratulations. We didn't know that. Oh, we didn't know that. See, I thought the default was that everybody should be against those things. No. You want to make sure everybody really knows. I'm against it. It's bad. I'm against it. Evidence? You need evidence? Evidence. Forget evidence. I'm against it. Therefore, even if there's a 1% chance that maybe it's true, gone. And then you enable Pelosi, which enables the wars, which enables the illegal spying, which enables Donald Trump, which enables, in turn, every single disastrous thing you could ever imagine. But at least I feel morally pure because I decided to throw somebody under the bus who's actually fighting for the right things over the tiniest of infractions, one of which is a bullshit accusation and the other one is just all a matter of perception as to how bad of a boss he was. So, this is the stuff that drives me crazy. This lame faux resistance nonsense will continue to win the day, and the neoliberals and the corporatists and the Republicans will keep winning if the left doesn't smarten up and recognize what's going on. Recognize how easy it is to weaponize your own beliefs against you in a comical way, where you end up chopping off your own leg and thinking that, you're somehow winning. Honestly, it's embarrassing. You got to be strategic, man. You got to be strategic. You got to be intelligent. If you actually care about getting Medicare for all and free college and a living wage and ending the drug war and a Green New Deal, if you actually care about any of this stuff, you got to get smarter. You got to get more ruthless and more strategic. Or else we're, doomed to see this for the rest of history. Far-right authoritarian Republicans running roughshod, doing whatever the hell they want. And then the only symbols of token resistance are stuff like this. I gave him a bad nickname. It's so mean. I'm so mean. And then you got a bunch of idiots like, yes! Slay Queen! Yes! Give him billions more for his military years! Depressing.